Hello and welcome to Cox Local Edition on CNN Headline News. I'm Gwen Sparks with Cox Communications, and my guests today are Phil Panzarella, who's with the American Freedom Foundation. Welcome, Phil. And also Sergeant Major of the Army, retired Jack Tilley.
All right.
Yeah, welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for being with us. Jack, talk a little bit about the mission of the organization.
Well, the mission of the American Freedom Foundation, really, the bottom line is to help veterans and disabled vets from this current war and family members.
And talk about your involvement with the American Freedom.
Well, I retired after about 36 years of the service, so I wanted to continue to serve. So what we do is we have a concert every year.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we're doing a show this year on 7 November at George Mason University with Montgomery Gentry, Leanne Womack, and Phil Vassar.
Wow, that's an all-star lineup.
It's a great show. It's a great lineup.
And what's the goal of the concert?
Really, the goal is to give away as much money as we can, but we'd like to give away about $1 million a year to our wounded warriors.
That sounds very impressive. And Phil, can you tell me a little bit about the American Freedom Foundation?
Well, I'll tell you, the American Freedom Foundation is up and running and was founded by Sergeant Major of the Army and Ted Hacker 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's been a privilege for me to be a part of the organization working with Sergeant Major for the last 3 years. Not only is our responsibility to raise funds for the great cause that we have, but also to render awareness to our local corporations and the local society around us to make sure they're aware of the issues at hand. And today we have over 60 corporate sponsors that are willing to help us on the American Freedom Festival. And our presenting sponsors this year are the National Guard and Outback Steakhouse. And in fact, Outback Steakhouse is sponsoring a golf outing on their 17th golf outing, their classic golf outing. The proceeds are going to go to American Freedom Foundation, and we're very delighted to have them as our presenting sponsors.
That's great. And Sergeant Major, maybe you can tell me, how can people learn a little bit more where they can get tickets, how they can find out more about the concert, and even learn a little bit more about the American Freedom Foundation?
Well, one is you can go to the AmericanFreedomFoundation.org, or you can go to Ticketmaster, George Mason Ticketmaster, to find out about ticket prices and real easy. Probably the best way is go to our website, look on our website, and that'll refer you to Ticketmaster so you can get tickets if you want tickets for the show. Last year we sold out with 8,300 people, so it's just really about singing and giving money out and helping our veterans.
And when you say you sold out with about 83,000 people, are you trying to go beyond that?
8,300, and I'd love to go beyond that.
Okay.
I'd love to have as many people in there as we can, because there's so many family members and so many soldiers and military personnel that are suffering. It's really it's my goal until the day I die to help just as many people as I can.
And how long have you been involved with the American Freedom Foundation? 6
years. We co-founded it 6 years ago. So, from the start in 2004 when I got out of the service, I used to go to Walter Reed all the time and looked at young soldiers. To date they've had about 5,000 soldiers have been killed, over 35,000 wounded, and about 800 amputees. And when you look at that, the average age is about 18 to 24. So these are young adults that need help.
Wow, that's very young. And Phil, maybe you can tell me just a little bit more in terms of how long you've been involved with the American Freedom Foundation.
Well, I will tell you, I've been involved with the organization for the last 3 years with my partners as well. And we've been able to reach out a lot of different organizations, and a lot of things have spun off as a result of the Sergeant Major's influence, to include military initiative programs with the local community, to include Easter SEALs and other organizations. So it's been a delight. It's a great cause. It's a very motivated organization. And there's no doubt in my mind that Sergeant Major and the organization will achieve its goal of $1 million a year.
Okay, and one more time, how can people get information on tickets?
Go to AmericanFreedomFoundation.org, and you can refer to that website. It'll tell you all about the American Freedom Foundation, and also refer you to Ticketmaster at George Mason University to get some tickets.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. What a great smile, too.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for joining us here on Cox Local Edition.